Why has vacations became so expensive over the years? Let's get right into it. Welcome back into the podcast, everyone. This is another episode of Prices Are Too High. And in this podcast, we're going to be talking about why has vacations became so expensive, and we can go on and on and on and on and on about the prices. How much is it to stay in hotels? How much is it to get on a plane? How much is it to get a airplane ticket? So so yeah, and especially during the holidays, it's just really, really hectic. Um, and then you have the summertime. It's so warm. Everybody's trying to travel and go out and do things. So let's get right into it. So we're going to start off with the holiday season. So right now, being that the holiday season is no longer here. So it was 2 months ago, but during that time, during that time, um, during the holiday season is super expensive because more people are traveling. They're gonna go see their families, and let's just say like the prices have really, really skyrocketed during the holiday season. I feel like ever since the pandemic, it's just gotten worse with the prices. I would say it's really not worth traveling during the holiday season. So I will honestly just recommend that you stay home if you can, because it's just not really worth the travel. And a lot of times you're gonna be paying double or triple the price for to take a vacation during the holiday season. And especially if you live in New York like me, you're trying to escape the cold. Well, let me just say this though, you're just gonna have to deal with the cold. But it's not really worth traveling. It's just too hectic, especially around Christmas time, Thanksgiving time. It's just those holidays are super. That's when the prices double up. Now, the reason why the prices double up is because there's more people traveling. You have people with their families, their friends. So it's a lot. Especially now, if you're traveling like by train, um, I never really travel by train during the holiday season, but my guess would be it will still be super high because everybody's using all kind of public transportation. Now, especially driving. If you're driving, you're gonna be stuck in traffic for like hours trying to get somewhere, and I feel like it's just not worth it. I've seen it on the news all the time. I've heard about it, and I just don't feel like it's really worth the travel during the holiday season. But if you are planning to traveling during the holiday season, definitely plan like months in advance. You have to really plan months and weeks in advance if you're going to travel, because you're gonna have to be prepared to spend a lot of money. So I feel like I'd rather just stay locally because it's really not worth traveling, and I'm not willing to pay double the prices. And for airline tickets, you're spending like $800, $900 on the airline tickets. It's just really, really crazy. So it's just a lot. Um, and like I said, if you are driving, driving is also another worst thing. Another worst. Now, I'm gonna get into the summertime right now, just in a second, but it's just really, really bad. It's just too many people out on the road, too many people traveling back and forth. The best times to really travel is like after the holiday season is over, or do it before, because you won't be paying double or triple for airline tickets. Now let's get into the summertime. So the summertime, it's hot. People want to go places. People are taking summer vacations. School is out during that time, and a lot of kids are home. They're in summer camps and whatever, doing after schools for weeks. But like a lot of times though, like we do want to travel during the summer, but the prices are just too high. And it's the same thing during the holiday season. You're gonna be paying double and triple. Why spend so much money during the summer? I'd rather travel like in the spring or in the fall, because it's really not that bad and it's not a lot of people traveling. So, and especially during the holidays in the summer, like Labor Day, July 4th, Memorial's Day, um, you definitely name it. It's definitely not. It's definitely not worth traveling around those times, because I feel like those times are like really worse to travel in. But if you are planning on traveling in the summer, you also have to plan like weeks in advance, and you have to think about like what are you okay, how much is it I'm spending on airline tickets, and how much is it if I'm flying, how much is it I'm spending on airline tickets? If I'm driving, how much is it I'm spending on tolls? Or if I'm taking Amtrak, how much money I'm gonna be spending for round trip on tickets, um, just to go somewhere for a few days, and then the hotels, the whole now traveling, flying, driving, and taking a train are not the only things. It just doesn't end there. Now you got the hotels. You have the hotels. A lot of times, when you come into town, you would stay in with family, but now people don't do that no more. A lot of people don't do that no more. So if you're not staying with family, you have to think about how much is it going to cost to stay in a hotel for a few days. Now, sometimes I don't know how much it per night, but you're gonna be spending a lot of money per night. All depending on where and what hotel you're staying at. And hotels are expensive these days. They're not cheap, and they're not cheap, and half the times they're not affordable. So a lot of times, like if you are you have to be able to find the right hotel. And not only that, though, you have to actually go online and research and find the right hotel, which one that's good for you, which one that you can afford. You don't want to you don't want to was it you don't want to check into a hotel where you're spending like $900 or $1,000 a night. No, you want to spend probably at least maybe right around maybe 200-300 a night. You want to find the right hotel for that. And if you have family, you want to make sure that it's enough to cover for them as well. So as far as that, but it's not easy vacationing. It really isn't. Like when I went to Chicago, I didn't vacation, but there I only went for like a weekend. So when I went to Chicago, I went with my unfortunately, I was super blessed and super lucky that I was able to go there to Chicago. I went to a press conference in Chicago. I pretty much got a free trip to Chicago. My second job had paid for me to go, pay for me and 4 other people to go to Chicago, and just to go and see the press conference out in Chicago. And I also got to do some sightseeing as well. So if you haven't seen my Chicago videos, you can go back to my 2023 vlogs. You can go to April, the end of April. That's where I did most of my posting, most of my vlogging in April. I did post 2 videos in May. So if you go to like April or May, you'll be able to find my Chicago videos. All right, I'm not gonna keep you guys too long, so that's the end of this podcast. If you guys enjoy the podcast, thank you so much for watching. And please leave the like button if you enjoy this podcast. If you have any thoughts or any opinions, comment down below what you think about comment your thoughts and your opinions about what you have about the prices for vacations. We all love vacations, but to be honest, they're too expensive, and sometimes we're better off just staying locally, whether we hate it or not, or like it or not. But anyway, you guys take care. See you guys in my next podcast. Prices are too high.